We are back with another gear review video, but this one is going to be slightly different. And that's because the Sogries company reached out to me and asked me if I'd be willing to do a review video on their binoculars that they sell on Amazon. And the only reason that I agreed to make this video was because they said they wanted an honest review, whether it be good or bad.
I can't lie!
Now, the Sogries company believes in their products so much that they were willing to send me a pair of binoculars from one of their top selling competitors on Amazon. These are the Apexel Binoculars. And the plan is to break open these boxes, see what comes inside, then we're gonna head out to the trail and test these bad boys out, and then I'm gonna give my honest review, and we'll find out if the Sogries binoculars are the best binoculars on Amazon. Because the Sogries company were the ones that reached out to me, I thought it was only right that we unbox their binoculars first. So here is how it comes from Amazon. Right now, I believe these are selling for about $130. So let's open it up and see what we got. All right, so the first thing that I notice is that the binoculars come fully encased in this bubble wrap material, which is pretty cool for shipping purposes. All right, so opening up the nice nylon carrying case that they come in, again, fully covered in plastic. Right, so the first thing that I'm noticing is how heavy these things are. I believe they weigh about 2.5 pounds. And if you watch my channel, you know I'm really into backpacking. So these probably won't be accompanying me on any of my future backpacking trips. But for a day hike, they are pretty suitable. And they do feel freaking sturdy, which I'm sure accounts for most of the weight. The other thing I'm noticing is that these lens covers are connected, which is pretty cool. My only experience with binoculars up until this point was using a $30 pair that I bought for a trip that I took my family on to Rocky Mountain National Park. And that $30 pair absolutely sucked.
Well, that sucks.
And they certainly didn't have connected lens cap covers, and of course I ended up losing one. Now, on the other end of these binoculars, you got another set of lens cap covers. These aren't connected, gotta be a little bit more careful with them. All right, so let's see how these things feel against the eyes. Not terrible. They don't have the softest eyepieces, but you probably aren't gonna be looking through these things for hours on end anyway. All right, so that's the binoculars, but I think there was a couple other things in here, so let's see what we got. Got a nice little instruction manual in case you don't know how to look through binoculars already. You got a nice little lens cleaning cloth that comes with it. And this last thing, your typical nylon neck strap. All right, so that's what we got for the Sogries binoculars. Let's put this away and take a look at the competitor's brand. Next, we got these Apexel binoculars that the Sogries company sent me to compare theirs to. And first looking at it, I noticed that the box is a lot more detailed. It says a lot about the binoculars, a lot of information on all four sides of the box. But let's open it up, see what we got inside. Now I notice there is no bubble wrap packaging, so you probably have a higher chance of receiving damaged binoculars, but that's no reason not to buy them. These also come in this nice nylon carrying case, not as sturdy as the Sogries brand, but still a nice case nonetheless. Let's put that over there. All right, so the binoculars, once again, come wrapped up fully in plastic. I noticed these things are quite a bit lighter than the Sogries. They don't feel as durable, but I do like how much lighter they are. I think these are only like a little bit over a pound. They do look very similar to the Sogries brand. They have this little lever to adjust the zoom, but let's take a look, see what else we got. Lens cap covers not connected. Other lens cap covers, once again, it's good you got protection for them, but none of them are connected, so you do have to keep track of all four of them. Let's see how these things feel against the eyes. Again, not the softest eyepieces, but definitely more comfortable than the Sogries brand. I don't know why that is. It does look like the lens sits a little bit deeper within the eyepiece, so maybe that has something to do with it, but who knows. All in all, these things feel pretty good. I would be more apt to take these on a backpacking trip just because of the weight alone. So let's see what else comes in these boxes. Set those right there. All right, so again, We got a nice instruction manual for those of you out there who don't know how to look yet, but hey, I'm sure some of you need it.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
And you also got this. Oh wow. Yep, it is the nylon strap, but I do notice that this is much thicker than the Sogries brand. Now that we've unboxed both sets and saw what came in them, it's time to get out on trail, test these bad boys out, compare the two, and determine once and for all if the Sogries binoculars are the best binoculars on Amazon. And just a quick little side note, as I was setting this little display up, I noticed that both instruction manuals for both companies use the exact same picture. Thought that was quite funny. All right, let's get out on trail. Okay, now that we're back from testing these two binoculars out, it's time for my final opinion. And I think we can all agree that neither of these are the best binoculars on Amazon. Hell, there's a pair selling for $3,200 that I'm sure neither of these could compete with. But if you're on a budget, both of these are one hell of a purchase. So let's get into the comparison. First and foremost, what matters the most? Performance. And after testing both the Sogries and the Apexel binoculars out, I couldn't tell a difference. They both have crystal clear sight, they both have the exact same zoom from 10 to 30 times, and they both have the Doppler adjustment on the left-hand side, which, if I'm gonna be honest, I still don't really understand what it does. So as far as performance is concerned, these two are just about equal. So let's get into some other factors. Once again, the weight. I know you are probably sick of hearing me talk about it, but let me tell you, after you hold these things up to your eyes for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, that almost pound difference between the two really starts to become apparent. So as far as weight is concerned, I think we already know that the Apexel wins. And that leads me into the next point, the neck strap. Now these both have very similar neck straps. However, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, the Apexel is slightly thicker. So the slightly thicker neck strap paired with the 1 pound less of weight, the Apexel is taking the cake again. So last but not least, we can't ignore the price. These Sogries binoculars are selling for $130, which let me just say is one hell of a deal with what you're getting for 130 bucks. But we can't ignore that these Apexels are $40 cheaper. So for budget binoculars, for the average bird watcher and hiker out there, I would have to say the Apexel wins. I hope you enjoyed this gear review, and thanks again to the Sogries company for making it all possible. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, get out and get after it. I'll see you out there.